Ideas never really touch you at all. Question.
I just wanted to give you an update. Things are going reasonably well, I think. Seeing clearly seems simply to be a function of how seriously one takes the I to be real. As this conviction loses hold and is found to be insubstantial, the I-related concerns naturally fall into inexistence, or rather, they are seen never to have existed.
Yes, in a certain sense, but look a bit deeper and notice that the seeing, the background of presence and awareness, is going on constantly, independent of what we are thinking. Although it is true that when the self-centered thoughts arise, there can be a fascination with them, and we seemingly overlook the clarity of our real nature. But this is really an optical illusion, because our real nature hasn't gone anywhere. When you see this clearly, the game is up. You don't have to fight anything. Just see what is real, what is true, and things clarify naturally.
Someday it was seen clearly that I am not this discrete entity in its own right, but rather the experience of this. Notions of time, self-enlightenment, attainment, spiritual, right and wrong appeared as being substantial only in terms of the personal self. With the actuality of no self realized, no legitimacy could be granted to these appearances.
Yes, this is about as clear as you can get.
But since Sunday, the obviousness of this realization has gradually waned into more of a conviction held by the mind, versus the direct experience.
Seemingly. But can you say that your presence, your being, the fact of being alive and aware has faded in any way? Realize that the mind's memories of words or what happened on Sunday are just concepts and images. That is not where the vividness, the clarity lies. It is in you right now. It is bright, clear, and present. Call it what you will. You called it this. Whatever this is here. Whenever you come back to the central point, the clarity is right there, because it has never gone anywhere.
I'm not entirely concerned or panicked. There seems a level of background still recognized despite the seeming re-emergence of identification.
Yes, you are getting the hang of this now.
From the level of appearances, there seems clearly to be an oscillation of this seeing-non-seeing here. However, even as I use these terms, there is a level of doubt associated with them. What they refer to seems blurry and less tangible. But again, it is strange how the apparent peaks of this seeing, and associated increasing level of conviction that there is no I, still alternates in some way with periods of a seeming clouding over, of that which was previously seen as not being able to be clouded over.
Well, just continue the investigation to see if the space of knowing or the background of awareness is wavering. Presence awareness is literally the constant background in which all appearances and possibilities arise. It has just been overlooked.
There seems to be a negotiation going on between the conviction of what was known to be true and the competing illusion of someone observing and being able to do something.
Yes, there is some old idea hanging in about an entity that can or cannot get this. Well, have a look and see if this is true. Is there any such entity there at all? Is there any doubt about awareness? And can you find yourself as something apart from that, even now? The ideas and concepts seem to hang us up, but when we stop and look at our direct experience, we find the concepts are simply not true and have no basis in fact.
Anyway, there is still some confusion apparently, but nothing like the despair of past weeks. I think something was realized this weekend to a degree not realized before.
Things register and they stay with you. Your words show me that a lot of the ideas that were nagging you have been undercut, and you are not taking them to be substantial. That is good. That is really what it is about at this stage. You have been exposed to the fundamental pointers of what the reality is and your identity with that. There is literally nothing to get or attain. Still, the old ideas of separation may come up due to habits of thinking. When you look deeply into this, you find that these ideas never really touch you at all. The presence awareness that you are simply does not come and go, and you never lose it. If it is not certain, then check it out as often as needed until you are fully convinced.